Hi everybody, it's Dagonhills here, and today I'm going to make a special holiday dish. This is a really elegant and delicious dish that'll impress your guests, and they call it a showstopper. We'll see, but it's salmon on croute. So let's get started. The ingredients are fairly simple. It's some butter, some herbs, lemon, a little egg for an egg wash, some mustard, some beautiful salmon, a little puff pastry. So let's do it. Okay, you want to start with some soft butter, then you cut in a little bit of dill. I've already done most of the work, but you cut in some dill. I use scissors. Just cut some in. Then I put a little bit of the basil, which I put some in. I usually get fresh basil, but I couldn't get it, so I use this. But it's still fresh, it's just in a different form. A little salt and pepper. And then you want to put lemon zest. So you get a beautiful lemon, and you use this little microplaner. It's like a little grater. Then you want to put the skin, the peel in. Okay, now I've grated the lemon zest into here. Now I'm making two portions. Usually I make a small, which feeds about 3 people. This is for a party, so I'm making 2, so it'll feed a bit more. You can make a big one if you can get the pieces of salmon, but it's kind of hard. So let's mix this up. So you have about a stick of butter, handful of dill, about equal amount of basil, salt, pepper, and then the lemon zest. Okay, this is all patted dry. What you want to do is, where you have the bigger, thicker angle than the thinner, when you put it together, you want to put it like that, so the thicker is at the thinner, and it kind of makes an equal size. But you want to salt and pepper this next, and then we'll start preparing the pastry. Okay, you want the skin side down, and then you want to take a nice amount of that buttered herb, or the herb butters, I should say, and you want to put it on there. Helps if you pat it dry, it sticks a little better. As long as it's on there, you'll be fine. So you want to goop that on there. That's my technical cooking term, goop it on. Now you want to coat it, get it right down to the end. But as it melts, it kind of coats everything. So like that, and then you want to take the other piece. Remember, we're going to do the opposite direction. I'll lay it there. Now this is where it gets pretty cool, but people go like, really? But you want to take some, this is Engelhofer, stone ground. You use whole ground. It's like whole seed mustard, but this is ground. It's a little better. You want to coat the other side in the mustard. Say, what are you sure, Dagon? But no, don't wait till you taste this. But so you want to coat the other half with the mustard. And then, nice there, rub that there. Then you want to put it on opposite so it forms a nice shape. So then you want to put it on like that. So there we go. So now it's time for the egg wash. Okay, now we have the egg wash. It's just egg yolk with a little bit of water added. But you want to paint the pastry. Some happy little trees we get to paint, like Bob Ross. I've done this a few times, so the pastry should fit about right, but you might want to see if you need to trim any. But you want to paint the whole entire pastry surface. That's kind of the fun part if you're creative. I can't draw a bath, so what am I talking about? But here you go. And then, when you're done with that, set that aside for our next one. You want to salt and pepper the surface you just coated. Don't go too crazy, but you want a little bit of spice. That pepper. All right. Now it's time to fold this. What you want to do is pull it up and over. Make it nice and tight. Nice and tight. And then you want to kind of seal it. Okay, now cut the little piece off to make it nicer. You want to really tuck that down in there. Then, once again, a little more egg wash right in there. And then bring it on up. Seal that. It's like a little parcel. Then the next end, I'd already cut this one. A little more egg wash. And then bring that up and seal it. You can press it and make sure it's sealed nice. You want a nice little parcel. Okay, well there's the parcel. So you want to take the back of a knife. You can use a butcher knife, but you don't want to use the sharp edge. You want to score it. You can do different patterns. Some do a herringbone with a line down the middle and then lines coming off. But I usually do like a crisscross. You don't want to cut the pastry. You just want to score it. It just adds a little flair when it's all done. Then what I usually do is I try to put also a score so you can kind of know where to cut. Because when it comes out, about like that. So if you can see, we have those beautiful scores. And then we have like a portion. But again, very gently. You don't want to cut through that pastry. That's pretty good. Then once again with the egg wash over the whole thing. Paint it like a painting. It does turn out like a work of art. And then finally, just a little more salt and pepper over it. Not too much, but a little. And there you have it. So that's parcel number 1. Okay, we'll do the next one now. Again, a little bit of flour, a little on that rolling pin. Like certain words I say like my relatives, like rolling pin. There's no G. It's just rolling, like the name. Little specks. But you want to roll this out. Now this was going to be the bigger one. So we want to roll this out a little bigger. This puff pastry is so good for pie, for the crust. Works with everything. Okay, there. That's looking pretty good. A little wider. It's a big fish here. And I think that should do it. So once again, we take this beautiful salmon, beautiful, with the skin removed. Some people leave the skin on and put it skin side down. Then we take the remaining butter we made, the herb butter, and you put it on. Again, pat the fish down and it sticks a little better. And also make sure to get that butter softer. It's just a nightmare. So then we want to butter this. Okay, now we have that buttered. Then you want to put that mustard on this other piece. It's a really nice mustard. I'll smear that on there. Cover the whole side. Need a little more. There we go. Again, smooth it. Very simple dish, but boy, it is delicious. Hope you get a chance to try it. We're going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 25 minutes. When the pastry is golden brown, it's done. Sometimes the salmon is still a little pink, but that's still good. So again, we're going to put this on opposite to make a nice little parcel. So there we go. And now it's time for the egg wash once again. So let's paint those happy little trees. The little salmon. Salmons aren't in trees. But if you're smoking what Bob did, he might look like that, but no, I shouldn't disparage against him. So there we go. Put the egg wash. Need a little more, and then once again, salt and pepper. Okay, now lightly salt and pepper the area you just egg washed. There we go. And now, in getting ready for Christmas, we're gonna wrap this parcel. Yeah, this one. You want to try to get it tight. It's kind of hard. You don't want to rip the dough, but you want to make it fit. This reminds me of me getting into my pants. I'm just kidding. Okay. And again, press those edges down. Get it nice and tight. I cut a little piece off each end. Just a little. Okay, now this one I think I'll try the herringbone. So once again, very gently. You don't want to cut through that pastry. I'm a little bit off. And you want to make little lines coming out. I think this is the herringbone. Like that. It's a lot of fun. It's very simple. Very delicious. You can serve it with hollandaise and broccoli or asparagus, some peas. So many things to do. Now again, I'm going to portion it. You want a nice piece. It looks, that one's a little big in the middle, but somebody may like a little more. But once again, those beautiful lines. Then we're going to hit it with the egg wash. You can do these in advance and put them in the fridge. Then when it's time to go in that 400-degree oven, they're all ready. There we go. I think the other one looked a little better. So we want to, once again, paint it with the egg wash, which is just egg yolk and a little water. And we're about done. A little bit. A little stray piece of basil. There. And then the final. Just put a little salt and pepper. Voila, and there you have it. Salmon en croute, the beautiful parcel. So I hope you can try this. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. There it is. You can see it from that angle. Try to hold it. Well, here's the finished salmon en croute. It turned out great. You can see there in the center, it's still a little pink, and that's okay. You don't want it to be cooked too much. And here it is with some beautiful asparagus and butter. Thanks for watching.